Did you see what happened on Wall Street yesterday? The Dow closing above 24,000 for the first time in history. This obviously on optimism about Congress getting something done, getting tax reform passed. Let's talk to Ann Berry. She's the managing director at Cornell Capital. Good morning, Ann. Happy Friday.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It's here.
I'm just crunching some of these numbers. This has been a week where the Dow is up 3%. Its biggest week of the year. It's up 8 months in a row. We're looking at a chart. We've gone from 19,000 to 24,000, 5,000 positive Dow points this year. What takes this market down?
Well, I think the market had already priced in anticipation that a tax reform plan of some sort was going to get through. The question was always how much and when was it going to happen? What was the timing going to be? So I think, following the vote of confidence from Senator McCain yesterday, you've seen that pop. The question is, can it be sustained? Are we going to see the growth that people are anticipating will help the tax reform really kick in and have the most impact on the economy it can?
Yeah, it's so interesting because it's hard to argue against the market not responding to tax reform because futures are down just a little bit now, about 70 points on the Dow, so they are decelerating as I speak, at least from the top of the show, but that's because we have a delay in the tax vote. So the markets are into this. Do you think it's more psychological, though, the fact that Congress can get something done over having a tax cut?
I think it's a couple of factors. I think there's definitely the optimism about the tax cut happening and then the optimism around what that really means in terms of impact. But this week has actually seen some very positive news on the economic front. Jobless rates continue to be low, so unemployment is low. GDP growth has continued to be above the 3% level. And so if you look at the underlying fundamentals of the market, there is a lot of positive momentum that's been building for a while. The question is, as labor markets tighten, is there more that can really come? So even with the tax reform plan kicking in, can the economy support even more growth than we've been seeing, certainly over the last couple of years? And I think the question for the market is going to be when the tax reform comes, I think there's no doubt that there is going to be a positive kick for stocks, that people are going to be feeling very good about cash that companies will be holding. But is that going to be sustainable? Yeah. And at one point, may the train stop?
Let's talk at levels here. The S&P is at 2648 as of the close. The Dow at 24,272. What are your targets for end of the year?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But I think if we see very much movement above where the Dow is at the moment, then the market's really saying they're thinking there's another wave of something positive really coming.
Yeah, and we're not seeing sustained pullbacks. It seems like investors keep coming in and buying any pullback.
I think that's right. But I think also if you look at the U.S. market, it's been incredibly strong. You've seen Europe definitely strengthening. You've seen global positive momentum, but the geopolitical environment is still not as stable as you might hope. The U.S. really does look like the safe haven market at the moment.
I don't want to be so positive and cheery, but December is historically a solid month for the stock market, the Christmas season and the like. So, it's looking good, and I think we should end it on that. Ann Berry, thank you for joining us. First time on the show.
Thank you.
Good to see you. I hope to see you again.
Cheers.